Let's do it.
Are you religious? If that's too personal, then here's another one. What's your opinion on Bashar al-Assad and the BA First Arab nationalist movement in general?
I am religious. I am a non-denominational Christian, and I believe that society should be separated from religion somewhat. But at the same time, the state should not actually interfere with religion itself unless it involves certain things like cults or all these other belief systems that I find questionable. But other than that, I believe that people should be able to practice their beliefs. As an anti-imperialist, I think it is vital for leftists to reject the Free Syrian Army, the Kurdish state in northern Syria, and various rebel groups. The good thing about the Assad regime is that it's secular and that the country has the potential to become a full-fledged democracy. However, for people that support the moderate rebels and the people that support Rojava, I feel like those people do not understand the situation of the country. To support the Kurds means to support ethnic cleansing, to support a CIA-funded regime, and to actually allow racial supremacists, that is the Kurdish regime, to be unregulated by any other power. To support the FSA or Free Syrian Army means to support terrorists and other groups. So Assad has to win. I would rather the countries in the Middle East to develop their own democracies, ones in which can function correctly and can be stabilized. In the situation of the country, the thing about this is that it is necessary for there to be some form of authoritarianism, but the main concern is making sure that there's no backwards path to any theocracy or reactionary state. What we need is a almost neutral position in terms of the situation of the country, but we must be slightly sympathetic to the government, but at the same time criticize it in so many ways that are vital for the improvement of other countries like Syria.
I'll ask a question. What do you think are some plans or pitfalls to avoid to not let a revolution turn, either social democratic or reactionary?
I'll have to say that this is a very interesting question. I must say that I do not believe in strict authoritarianism, nor do I believe in any dictatorship. I believe in a democratic society with checks and balances and a constitution. For me, this is the way for nations to prevent themselves from falling into tyranny. It's the perfect balance between libertarian socialism and Marxism-Leninism, or certain variants of Leninism. That is the way to prevent a Gorbachev. Sometimes you have to start small. When we look at Coca-Cola, we look at a company that has so much interactions with the individual of our atomized society. We see what we call a symbol of America. It is important to realize that individuals have different narratives. They can look at the same things, yet they can come to the different conclusions. Let's say we have a socialist and a liberal. That is a liberal that believes in the free market. When we look at how they react to the same problems, it's obviously different. So for a liberal, capitalism is atomized like everything else. The corporation that we call Coca-Cola is bad, and only it is bad. If another company is bad, then only it is bad. When we look at the socialists, they have a universal view that applies to all aspects of the system. So for me, if a company is bad, and if a whole bunch of companies are bad, that means there's something wrong with the whole system. It needs to be replaced. It shouldn't be around anymore. In a way, this video can serve the purpose of converting liberals or progressives, if we're going to use the American term for social democrats in America, then this video will be the best to convert them. And then we can show the rest of the system as what it is. That is a mechanism of economic tyranny. If the system that Coca-Cola functions on was to change to something like mine, or what people like me want, then this company simply won't exist. There should be a legal process in which the company is run out of business. And I want it to be non-violent. I want it to be bloodless. I want things to be more peaceful. Thoughts on the avant-garde art movements, as well as their usefulness for leftist activism. I like avant-garde. I think that this experimentation with art is something that we should encourage. It is essential in maybe some ways to actually encourage propaganda in a new and brave form. So I think it's just a way just to make certain intellectuals interested in the movement. Maybe gain support of various artists will make a significant amount of influential people spread the message of socialism. One of the most fascinating things about its history was that the Bolsheviks actually supported unconventional forms of art. In fact, forms of art like Dada or Surrealism have a tendency of being made by leftists.
It's rap!